what a start. Inside out and upside down. No stress, I'ma clean up this mess.
Hi everyone, it's Leigh here from Leigh's Art Studio. Thanks for joining me again. So we're back for Margarete Miller again, and we're up to week 17. And our prompts for this week are something round, a piece of a map, a shoe, a tool your grandparents would have used, a poster item, and the bonus was one of the elements torn apart. And I thought I'd do something a bit different and get all of my pieces from this Daphne'S diary. So this is volume 3 from 2021. So I went through it and I found everything that I needed to be able to complete this collage. I've got a couple of choices actually, so I've got different things here that I really haven't made up my mind what I'm going to do with yet. The other thing that I have is for my round items. I've got a variety of buttons, but I probably will use one or two of them. But the first thing that I do need to do is to do something with my page. So I'm getting right down to the very last pages in my book, and I want to get it finished, so I want to make this one a double one. And I'm going to do some stenciling across the page to begin with. Actually, no I'm not. I'm going to glue down a piece of eco-dyed paper that I made. I did this one myself, so it's got, it didn't work out very well and it's quite fragile. But it has some nice colours on it. So I'm going to put that down and then I'm going to do some light stenciling over the top of it. So the first thing I need to do is glue that down. I'm just going to get everything else out of the way and get on with it. And I'm halfway through doing a refit of my room here, so I had to stop rearranging things so I could get this video made. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess at the moment, so, but it'll be good when I get it done. I've folded my page in half and I'll start by sticking the center in and then work my way out. Just pop the magazine under there to give it a bit of support. Just trying to decide which side I like the most. They're both pretty much the same actually. So I'll take that down to the edge. I did actually scan these papers when I did them, thinking that they might have been good for digital printing, but yeah, they didn't really turn out that great. You probably can't see too much detail. I'll just hold it up a bit closer, but there's some nice pinks and browns in there and almost some greeny sort of colours, yellowy. I didn't really have the right setup when I was doing it, or the right plants either. The plants around here are pretty boring. I've watched other people doing it and you know they use, you know, they get really great results. Just be careful with this so I don't tear it. What's happening? Is that not, that would have been folded straight. Just try that again. Have to take it right up over the edge, I think. I'm not sure if I like this glue. Glue stick. Seems to come off pretty easily. One thing I noticed when I was doing the eco dyeing was the stems and things kept poking through and tearing my papers. So I was probably using the wrong sort of paper, and maybe I should have trimmed off some of the stems perhaps. I don't know. It was the first go at it. I did another lot and I tried to do it a bit differently, but everything just turned out this horrible, almost like indigo colour, really dirty, like squid ink actually, that's what it looked like. It's bizarre. It's definitely not sticking very well, this glue. At the moment I'm not going to trim it, I'll just leave it. I'll trim it up later on perhaps. Okie dokie, so the colour I'm going to do my inking with, because I want it to be quite subtle, is this, I think, Scattered Straw. The other colour that I've got is called Weathered Wood. Just see the colours that they are to begin with. That's the Weathered Wood. That's not too bad. Definitely not using that one. And what's this? This is Scattered Straw. They're both not bad, both quite subtle. I haven't used the stencil yet, as you can see. I should probably use the brush. I'm just going to do it quite lightly. Is it working? No. What's happening here? It's on my fingers. It must be on the brush somewhere. There we go. I've got to be careful of this. It's going to wiggle around. I don't know if this is the right sort of stencil to use on this. Maybe I should be using the dauber instead. Let's try line it up again. Yeah, that works a bit better. The brush was knocking it out of place. I only want it to be subtle anyway, so. I actually got this stencil to use on the gel plate. No, don't like it. Not doing any more of that. I will use a different stencil. Alright, I found this one. It's a bit more sturdy, so I think it will work better. I'm going to try with the brush first. Don't like the brush. Get rid of it. This one's been used a few times when I've been gel plate printing, so it has got a fair bit of paint on it, which might help it be a little bit more sturdy. Oh, that was a bit dark there. Not really much better, is it? I didn't want it to be really in your face anyway, so it probably is better if it's in the background a bit. I'm going to put one more there. And well, there's ink on it. Yeah, okay. I did say that'll do, but well, you know, it didn't. That's better. I'm liking that better. Okay. When I was looking for another stencil, I found this little one. It's got an envelope on it. So, and it's got a dove as well. While I've still got some ink on this dauber, I'm just going to stencil on that envelope. And the bird I'm just going to put down in the right hand corner here. It doesn't matter if it gets covered up, but rather than waste the ink. Okay, so I have my portion of a map. I've got a couple of things as postal items. So I've used one of these before. So it's a story in the Daphne'S diary about a lady who paints on envelopes that are used envelopes. So I've got them. So there's 3 different things there that I can use for my postal item. For my shoes, I've got these shoes with flowers growing in them, plants growing in them, succulents. And then I've also got this big pair of shoes. And then I've also got a pair of gum boots here. So that's another thing that I could use. So that was the shoe prompt. And for a tool that my grandparents would use, this came from Daphne's diary as well, so it's a wheelbarrow obviously, but there's a couple of garden tools in there. The something rounds, I had the buttons, and then also this image taken from Daphne's diary, and it's a tin which is round with some flowers growing in it. So I'm just going to think about how I'm going to compose my my collage. I really would like to use that big pair of feet with the shoes in them. I think that'd look awesome somewhere in there. I'm not sure how I'm going to work it in there. So maybe. So I'm going to fussy cut these things out and then come back and see where I want them to sit on the page. Okay, so I've done some cutting out and a little bit of fiddling around, and I'm pretty sure this is the composition I want to go with. So I've cut out the wheelbarrow, and I'm not going to use the buttons. I'm going to use the wheel as my round thing. So I'm going to pop that there. I also have my round tin with the yellow flowers in it. I have my shoes, so I'm going to arrange those feet like that. My postal item is in the background there. My piece of a map, I decided I didn't like this map, and I know I wanted everything to come out of Daphne's diary, but I don't know, I just don't like it. So I just got an old atlas and I've torn that, which is the north directional arrow pointing up, so I'll just put that in there somewhere, maybe on the leg of the trousers perhaps. So that would be all things covered, I believe, with the list. Okay, so something round, a piece of a map, piece of map it says, a shoe, so I've got two shoes, a tool your grandparents would have used, so the shovel and the wheelbarrow, postal item. The bonus was to one of the items torn up, but it didn't really work for me either, unless maybe I tear up a bit of this map of Australia. I suppose I could just tear up a few pieces and see what it looks like. Guess it's not that bad. I just wasn't sure about the colour. So I have a colour scheme going here that I wanted to stick to. Maybe I could do something like this. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, I'm going to start sticking things down. So I want my wheelbarrow to be off the corner, so partially on the shoe. So the first thing I'm going to do is stick down these little bits of map before I can change my mind about that, because I'm really don't like it. But anyway, if I stick it on, then I can't change my mind, and I'll leave this bit in here, but not where I was going to put it before. I'll put it somewhere else. There. No, then it'll be covered up by the brown. Okay, I'll just pop that on there. Just scatter them around randomly. Okay, so the next thing I want to stick down is going to be this. That's not in the right place. It needs to go over there a bit because I want the leg to come in a bit. So you can see that foot. It's got to be over here. This is what, yeah, this is what gets me when I start doing this. Well, let's put that like that. I should have top down glued it, and then I wouldn't be going through this. It would be where it was meant to be. So that's down. And the other foot is in here. And the wheelbarrow goes over that. And I'm just going to tack some of that down so it's all connected. That will come up as one piece then. And I'll know where it all belongs. I have a bit of flour somewhere. Where is it gone? Oh, that's right. I was going to put that piece of flour there over to here, but I've changed my mind. I've put it over there. And so I'm going to glue down this lot. Put this down, then I can turn it over and stick it on and then touch up where it needs a little bit of extra glue. And I wanted to keep yellow and blue theme running through this. I love that picture. So apart from my map, everything has come from Daphne's diary. This one on the table here. Okay, I like the way that looks. Just going to put a piece of paper under that. It's a little bit distracting, isn't it? That's better. So you can see where the book, the actual journal ends. I just need to find the places where I need a little bit of glue, pop some down. Saves a lot of glue when you use this method of gluing. Well, I think it does anyway, because you're only basically gluing the bits that you need to glue. Now it's just where it needs to be to hold it together and on the page. Okay. Let's put the wheelbarrow in. So the wheelbarrow is going to go there. Like that. I've got my little mini version of the prompts list here. So I'm going to have a little mini collage over this side. I wonder if I should use a bit of that leftover jean. That was the top of the leg of the trousers. I think that looks quite nice. I haven't inked any of these pieces. I thought I'd just leave them as they are. that down there. I've got a little pair of the blue shoes. That's crooked. And it's still crooked, isn't it? Or is it just me? I'm not sure. Just going to put them under there like that. And then this yellow flower can go in there. And then all I want to do with it is put a date on it and ink around the edge of the page, maybe a doodly border, and that's going to be the end of it. Okay, so that's the main elements stuck on. Just going to put a date on there because I always go to put my date on and there's so many other things on the page that the date doesn't work. It doesn't come out properly because it won't print. There we go. So it's 24th of April. It's actually the 23rd today, but by the time this goes up it'll be the 24th. Now I want my blue ink and gold pen. I want to ink all the way around the page. Oh, I actually tore off the excess when I was doing all my cutting before. Just ripped it all off. Okay, so that's done. Just gonna gold. Oh, that's right. That one doesn't work properly. I bought a discounted set of metallic Sharpies. I know why they were discounted. They must have a use by date on them or something because they've never worked. And of course, instead of throwing them away, I just keep putting them back in with all the other pens. Lovely gold paint pen that I just recently bought. I have one that is open, but I don't know where that is. Somewhere. Okay. I'm gonna go around that twice. No, wait, I'll just put something in the corner. Little doodle. Okay. Anything else need doing? Go over the wheelbarrow. The handle. this is lethal for me because as soon as I pick up a pen, start outlining, I just can't stop at the outline that I wanted to do. I have to keep going. Usually make a mess of it. So if you want to join in with the Margarete Miller Challenge, all the links are in my description box. So have a look. There's a link to Margarete's channel so you can buy the prompts and download them. But here is my week 17. So something round is my wheelbarrow wheel, piece of map, which I've used the bonus as, and I've torn up pieces of map and stuck it in various places. And then a shoe, so I've got a pair of shoes, 2 different shoes, and then I've got this little pair here. A tool your grandparents would have used, so we've got the wheelbarrow, and it's got a shovel and a rake in it. A postal item, so I've got my envelope with the postmark there. I've also got part of an envelope here, and yeah, as the bonus I've already used that. So that's this week done. Hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope if you found value in my channel that you will consider subscribing to my channel. Leave me a comment, leave me a thumbs up if you don't have the time to put a comment on. So have a look at Julie's channel. She always does wonderful collages for Margarete Miller. So that's Julie from Art and Junk Journals with Julie. And also have a look at our channel for both of us. We're co-hosting 2 challenges. One's a doodling challenge and the other one is a collage challenge, and they're once a month challenges. So if you want to join in with those ones, it's only once a month that you have to do something for them. Okay, so that's me done for week 17. I hope you're all happy and safe and stay that way. And I want to leave you with a little thought that creativity is contagious. Pass it on, be kinder than you need to be, and I'll see you in the next video. So cheers from Australia, hooroo!